Guys, if you have watched me, you know this is my Olympics. This is what I've been training for my entire life. It's Oscar Day, guys. It's Oscar Day. We have Oscar Gracey on the podcast today, and I am so excited.
I mean, it's hard to follow up Morgan Adams, but I'll do my best.
Oh my God, we love Morgan Adams. It's like my worlds are colliding. First of all, guys, I have never missed an episode of Just Trish ever in my life. I've never missed a Patreon. Like I think I've missed a few of like the guest episodes, maybe a few of like I couldn't get through the Shawty Bay one. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Listen, I can't clock you for that, so don't even worry about it.
So like a few of the ones like that, but like other than like I've never missed an Oscar episode ever in my life. So this is like you take up so much of my week. It's actually crazy.
Oh, I live.
To have you on the podcast today is just so nice. And he's on his lunch break, which is so nice.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, this has kind of been a year in the making, so I'm glad we could finally make it happen.
Yeah, I think the first time we ever like interacted or talked was 2023.
Yeah. Oh, my God, you're right. Yeah.
I'm an OG, Oscar.
No, because I feel like you were one of the first like influencers to like follow me, actually.
Yes. No, I literally like.
Yeah, you were OG.
I am trauma bonded to you. You have no idea. I'm not even going to trauma dump on you. I'm trauma bonded to you.
No, I know. I feel like every like little lore drop that we've shared, I'm like, oh, we kind of are scarily similar.
We have so much in common. First, we're the same age, right?
Yeah. Right? You're 92?
I'm 92.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay. So I always thought we were the same age, but recently, in this past week, I was watching one of the Patreons or one of the episodes, and it was probably a Patreon because it was this past week. And I thought you said you were 32, unless you made a mistake.
I probably made a mistake, or I'm just kind of altering history and just changing the date.
Benjamin Button. Yeah, no. It's getting scary. It's getting scary. We're getting up in our 30s. It's wild. Because your birthday's in July, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's October, so you're a little older.
Yeah, I kind of just ignore the age thing for the most part, to be honest, because I think if I really started to take it in, I would kind of have some sort of like, I mean, it's not even quarter life crisis, really. I mean, it could very well be midlife at this point, the way things are going. So
I'm just in crisis.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? T. Yeah.
No, it's just crisis period. Like literally. My entire life the past year has flipped so upside down. Yeah. You have no idea. I'm back in New York. Like, it's crazy. But, oh my God, there's so much I want to talk to you. Guys, if you don't know Oscar, first of all my followers know Oscar. And if you're here from Oscar, you know Oscar. But he is from Just Trish. But he is not only from Just Trish. He's not only her co-host. He is a world-renowned journalist, LA journalist, who has interviewed people such as Kim Kardashian, Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift.
Kind of, sorta. Kind of, and not like in the official sense, but I've met her through press stuff a couple times and then covered it, if that makes sense.
I know you've met her. I've seen the I've seen the videos of you in that room dancing and
yeah. Exactly. That one, not so much an interview, but you know.
So funny. No, I'm obsessed. So yeah, I am a little nervous for today because obviously watching you, I'll see you like talk about other people, like when Brie and Josh interviewed Adam Sandler, and you're like, "What are these questions? They're the worst interviewers ever." And I'm like, oh, "There's so much pressure on me." But guys, I just want to say this is not an interview. It is just a key.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So come on now.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I have a few things I want to, well, I have a lot. We have a lot to get through, Oscar.
Oh, I'm excited.
First of all, guys, I spent so long making this set yesterday.
Us not even acknowledging the set until like 10 minutes in is kind of camp.
The fact that it's been 10 minutes already scares me because I blacked out. But
I live.
No, Trish is on Broadway right now, so you haven't filmed in...
My God, I feel like I'm in retirement almost. It's been like 3 weeks. 3 weeks without yapping. Yeah.
That's your longest break, right?
Yeah, I think the longest before this has been 2. It'll be a whole month. It'll be 4 weeks altogether.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's kind of nuts.
No, yeah, the second she announced she's going to Broadway, she's going to be in New York, I was like, Oscar, this is our time.
It is. Yeah, I have a lot more free time these days. Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, this is our time. But yeah, so I wanted to give Oscar, I know you have anxiety. You get nervous to do things like this sometimes. I just want to give you a little piece of normalcy while doing this. So guys, look, I kind of killed it.
You did. It is like shockingly perfect. Like I don't know how you pulled this off in less than 24 hours.
I literally cried. I'm not even kidding. I cried because I just had my whole apartment painted, and this is all duct taped up, and I was ripping it off yesterday. I'll insert the video. I have it on video. Not even the paint, like the drywall came off.
Andrew.
And, no, Oscar. And it was just one piece of tape. The entire blanket is taped.
I'm scared.
Like I'm gonna rip my entire apartment down.
Security deposit is gone. She's done. She's over with.
No, it's literally like it's gonna stay up until I pass away because I'm never ripping it off the walls.
You should honestly kind of just keep this as your set.
No, Trisha would be low key mad.
No, I think if you were a straight, she would be mad. But since you're a queer person, I feel like she'd be excited about it.
She is so funny. She's so funny. There's so much lore that we have in common. Things we have in common that I want to get into right off the bat. First of all, I just have we'll get into it, but like we both grew up overweight.
Yes.
Like the trauma of growing up overweight.
Come on, fatties, yeah.
Literally. We're the same age. And then, okay, the lore, I don't think I told you this. You guys have so much like AMC lore. Like,
oh my God, yes. Why did it take me a second? I was like, AMC, yes. Yes.
I worked at AMC for 2 years. I did.
Oh,
yes, I did.
Thank you for your service. I live for all the AMC employees. It really is hard. That's a tough job because it's also open like during holidays and stuff too. So I give it to the AMC employees.
Yes, I was working Christmas Day. I was like in the military. It was crazy. And I was the #1 stub seller. Do they still have stubs?
Like it's called A-list. I mean, not sponsored. It's called AMC A-list now, and it is. If you go to the movies more than twice a month, it's a great deal.
Okay, and you do, right?
Yeah. I have my dry spell every now and then, but for the most part, I'll see just about anything.
Did you see any good ones lately?
What is the last thing I saw? Oh, I saw Glenn Powell in Running Man. Last week. It was okay. He was okay. Everyone was making much to do about him having like a nude scene in it, but Glenn Powell just does nothing for me. I hate to report. Yes, he has it all technically, right? Like I should be into him, but he just does nothing for me.
He does so much for me.
Really? Oh my God. Okay, so that's the where we don't. That's our contrast. Everything else,
he does, that man does so much for me.
He does nothing.
But like, it's weird because I'm not into like the big muscles and abs of it all.
Then what about him has charmed you?
His muscles and abs.
Oh.
but like I'm not into that. I think I just like him. I don't know. And like he's he's good friends with Jake Shane, therapist.
Yes. Yeah.
And like he's a little short, stocky gay, and I'm like, oh, maybe Glenn Powell would like me too. He's not really stocky anymore, but
I know it's all the aloe gym classes, right?
Yeah. I've been doing Orange Theory.
Mama kudos, because that is also really tough.
Yeah, but aren't you lifting like 400 pounds at 5 a.m. every day?
I've been slipping lately. I don't know what. I kind of fell out of my routine the past couple months, so it's been hard for me to like be the early crew at the gym these days. But I'm getting back slowly but surely. But that's my problem is I used to live for like the cardio of it all, but now I just like lifting. Yeah. And when you're just lifting, it takes so much more like work and commitment with your diet to like, you know, actually see the results and stuff. And I'm also just not in my diet era either these days. Ironic because I have a brand deal for GLP-1. But I'm not really in the diet of it. Yes, I have another ad I have to do for it. Okay, I'm sorry I'm getting off track already, but I mean, Perfect. You know about this too. Is it? To me, there is nothing more like embarrassing than doing like a brand deal. Like doing one, I'm so embarrassed. Like posting it and everything, I'm like, oh my God, I apologize everyone, but here I am, hashtag response.
I try to make them as authentic as I can, but it's just so like, no matter what I do, it's so not me.
Yes.
It's so not me.
I've only done one officially so far, and then I still have to film my second one, but the first one that I filmed, it was like a 45-second. It was like 3 Instagram stories or whatever. It took me like hours to film that because I was so like, this is kind of hard. And I just posting it, I was embarrassed, and they wanted me to save it as like a highlight for months. And I'm like, oh, this is so embarrassing. But I mean, I do use it, so I am a genuine customer. But there is just something so embarrassing about like filming a little sponsorship. But what can you do? That's the industry, I guess, right? But
see, for me, I'm like, I have, because I've never like had like that huge like blow up like on magazine covers, you know what I mean? I've always kind of just been like a micro influencer where I make money, but like people I went to high school with, they'll ask like some of our mutual friends, they'll be like, oh, what's Andrew doing? And they're like, oh, like he's doing social media. And they'll be like, oh, because they think like, but I'm like, no, like I'm doing it. Yeah, well. Yeah. So like for me, when I get a sponsorship, I'm like,
oh, yeah, like take that, mama, yeah.
Sarah from 7th grade.
Yeah, okay, work. It is a flex. It is impressive. I think there is just something about it for me where I'm like, I guess if I did a really, because with GLP-1s there is such like a eye roll about it, but I mean, first of all, I was a fatty, so I feel like
still though, you think?
I kind of do. People are so like odd about people using it. Also, I don't like, I've been on it for a damn well over a year, and I haven't had that like crazy, you know, weight loss or anything where it's like so drastic. Like I feel like I've lost a normal amount, like 20 pounds, I guess, over a year or whatever. So I feel like maybe that makes it a little less aggressive. You know, I feel like I've had like a normal weight loss, but if I was doing like, I don't know, like an aloe brand deal, I feel like it'd be a little bit cooler. But I saw Amari, Tana's gay. He did.
I was supposed to film with him last Wednesday.
Actually. Oh, really? I live for Amari. He did like a whole Jeep thing, and I'm like, hey, Jeep is like so cool, like a Jeep. Yeah, it's like a Jeep brand deal. I'm like, that's really cool.
Okay, last episode of this podcast was sponsored by Tushy, the bidet brand. So that goes to show you the contrast between influencers like me and influencers like Amari.
That is so fierce, though. I kind of live for a Tushy brand deal.
Literally, they had me saying, they were like, a-hole is only a naughty word if you wipe. Like they want, like it's saying like a-hole isn't naughty if you don't wipe and just use the bidet because it's clean.
I kind of live for that. That honestly is a good messaging.
But Oscar, they made me say, they were like, a-hole, stuffing slot, dirty gravy hole. Like,
what, you had to say like, dirty gravy hole?
Yes.
I live for that.
So I was a little embarrassed for that one.
I live for that, though. At least I feel like at least in podcasts, people expect like a little ad break. It is always like awkward on your like my little Instagram story because I feel like people are clicking it expecting, I don't know, me to either like look hot or like my dog or something, and then it's like, let me tell you about GLP-1s, you know. So it is like a little shocking.
I think it's really normalized now, though. GLP-1s. I think you shouldn't be embarrassed. I think you should take them all. Get that money.
Yeah, I
You're so rich now.
Funny. They were like, will you inject it? Will you inject it in the video for like an extra fee? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. I mean, I have to do it at some point. Like I might as well just film me putting it in my arm like a little junkie or something. But
did they give you like a hefty extra fee for that?
Not hefty, but it's a couple of $100. I was like, yeah. I mean, I literally do it anyway, so I might as well film it. But yeah, I don't know. To me, I think I just find myself cringe in all kind of forms of media. Like it's hard for me to watch even like the podcast back unless I know that I was really funny. That like there are some episodes where I was like, I leave and I think about what we talked about and I giggle and I'm like, oh, I'm excited to watch that back, especially because like Jimmy will do a little edit, like a quirky edit or something. Jimmy's so I'm like excited. But a lot of the times I can't even watch myself back because I think I am my own number one hater, but also my own number one stan at the same time. It is kind of twisted in that sense.
No, I love that. I mean, you are like, I don't know why you think you're cringy. You're such an influencer. First of all, I know you and Jimmy want to have like a gay
test.
Like,
yes.
The gay test. And like, I do think, okay, if I'm really thinking of like both of you, I feel like Jimmy would win. I feel like
I do too.
As in, yeah, but you've made me so much more gay. And I'm mad at you
for that. Yeah.
Like, I'm like talking to my grandma. She's like, literally in hospice. I'm like, sleigh boots, grandma. Like, I've never said that. Like, I've never said sleigh, never said boots, the house down. And I'm like, oh my God, like she's struggling to house down boots. Like, but like,
okay.
It's your fault.
Yeah. Gag it.
Yeah.
Love that.
So, you know, Jimmy might win, but you're not far behind, Oscar.
No, I don't think I'm far behind either. I definitely think he's gayer for sure. It's just so, and I live for it because I don't always watch it back, but then when I do, and then I see a little Jimmy joke about being gay or putting like chapstick on it, I'm like, Mama, let's compare,
yeah,
and let's see who is gayer. Because if I was the one editing a Jimmy episode, you best believe it would be gay.
You guys should do that. You should edit one of the episodes he's on.
I honestly should. I might have to pitch that. Yeah, like a little reversal so day. Yeah.
No, he loves his little grinder sounds, his little brat sounds.
He does.
It's so funny. It'll be like a serious conversation. He'll throw it in.
Yeah, he's so twisted. Funny. He literally has like folders on his desktop, and it's like he will save a meme or a photo or a sound effect for months until he feels the opportunity to use it. Like he's actually sick and twisted in that way.
I feel that. Well, do you still edit too, right? Though, like
not for
just Trish,
except for like Patreon sometimes when they're like simple edits. Like if it's a more an intricate edit, then Jimmy will do it. But my other job, I edit like 5 days a week. So
okay, another thing we have in common.
Oh yeah, because you were also doing marketing editing too.
Yeah, I edit for Sam.
Yeah.
So
you edit for Sam now? Yes.
For years now. Yeah.
But you were also doing marketing, no?
Yeah, I was doing that for back when we first started talking.
Yes.
I was doing that for like a couple restaurants. But yeah, no, I edit for Sam now. One day I'll break into the corporate world probably.
Yeah.
Or because I would say I consider that corporate.
Right? Yeah, it is a nice. I get that question a lot from like viewers too. Like, would you ever quit and do full time? But it is hard. Because at one point when I worked for Joey Graceffa, like I was full time like the influencer schedule, and like my schedule was like whatever his schedule was. So like if he just didn't feel like making content for like a few days, then I wouldn't have anything or whatever. But if he felt like making content every day, then it would just
exactly
kind of be like a little chaotic. And I enjoyed it at first, especially because in the beginning it was like during like COVID. So like not having to worry about like going to an office or anything or like dealing with corporate stuff in the middle of all that was nice. But I didn't miss it because I think I mentally thrive better in like a more regulated, I don't know, kind of environment. So I personally do still like the corporate. I mean, it is annoying. It definitely is annoying. But I like the consistency of it, and there is a little bit more safety. It is tough, like in media in particular. Like it is really crazy right now with like mergers and layoffs and everything. But there is, comparatively to like being an influencer, there's obviously like more safety.
Oh yeah,
there.
Plus like benefits, right?
Benefits are big. I mean, mine suck, but in comparison, actually, my benefits with Joey Clockett were better than mine at Paramount.
No way,
which is crazy. Yeah, I didn't have like dental with him, but like my health, like my going to like the doctor and stuff and getting my prescriptions refilled was better with him. Yeah.
Okay, Joey,
I know it's
kind of good.
Yeah,
that's good. But didn't. Oh no, the Strawberry 17 made you hide in the closet.
Yes. Back in my quote unquote intern days of Strawberry 17, I was.
And that's how you met Joey.
Yes. Yeah.
One day you didn't make it to the closet in time, I guess.
Right? Yeah, it was tough. It was also like a very at the time they lived in like I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a multi-story. It was like a small house in the Hollywood Hills, but like multi-story, and the floors were creaky boots, and like you couldn't really like make a move without like the whole house hearing it. So it was tough. Like I would try to be really quiet, especially when Colleen would be over or like someone of that caliber. Like we have to be really quiet. And it was so hard to like not creak the wooden floors.
That's crazy. Okay, as a fat guy though, I learned that when you walk on the edges, the floor doesn't creak.
Oh, that actually is a good life hack that I have never learned. And also because literally in high school, even like I remember, I mean, you also, you have those moments where at least for me, like I didn't really like obviously I knew I was fat, but I didn't like really like I wasn't conscious about it for the most part, except for like these
Same.
moments where like you would be like, oh yeah, I am fat. Because I remember I had like one teacher who I know she like her heart wasn't trying to like fat shame or anything, but she was like, oh, you have really you make really heavy steps, and I was like, I was like, okay,
You make really heavy steps.
yeah, she's like, yeah, like my steps were well, mama, I am heavy, so it kind of it, you know, the math is mathing there.
Oscar, that's crazy.
It is pretty crazy, yeah. So there's moments like that where I did get clocked about being a fatty, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
copy
Okay,
that,
so
yeah.
for me, it was like, and I've said this before, for me, it was like I didn't care about being fat, didn't even think about it. And then
Yes.
once when I was 22, I think it was, I lost like 80 pounds and I got in shape and I saw how like everyone treated me. And then all of a sudden, like I never had a relationship. I was like asexual, no one ever even had a crush on me. Like, and then all of a sudden people were having crushes on me and like
Yes.
people wanted to kiss me. And I was like, wait. And then still wasn't like crazy about my weight, but then I gained a little back because I fluctuate a lot. And that's when it all went to shit.
Yes.
My
Isn't that
mental,
sick?
like,
It is
yeah.
sick. Yeah.
Because like
Yeah, mine's very similar.
I worked
I
at
was older though. Mine hit 20s. Oh my God, when it was like 2017 is when I really started losing weight. So
okay,
how
so
old was
you were like
I?
25?
27, 26, 2017.
No.
What's
20
the math?
Oh, 2017? Maybe like 26.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, 26. So I was you beat me to the punch a little bit.
Yeah, I beat you. Well, okay, because I got a job. I also worked at Chili's for 7 years.
Oh.
Yeah, so, and I was, oh, okay. If you could work at Chili's, you can work anywhere. Not so much anymore, but back in the day, it was like the military. It was
Really?
me saying all my jobs were like the military.
I know, I believe it.
It was they literally used to say in the restaurant industry, like if you could work at Chili's back then, like you could work at any restaurant.
Really? I never would have thought.
Oscar, we had to like make our own soups and our own desserts and the chips and salsa, the drinks, and like
For like your customers?
yes.
Whoa, that is nuts.
Yeah, and like the cheese is over there, the little tortilla strips are over there, like everything's all over. And then
Oh,
like
wow.
people are pouring in, your tables are getting sat, like everyone's ordering a ranch and we don't have access to the ranch. We need to like ask the cooks and like there was just so much to do at once. It was crazy.
I've never done like the food, like I've never had a job in like the food industry. And I know for a fact I'm not cut out for it. I just know. That it's not like I couldn't do it. I would have a mental breakdown like day one.
There were so many mental breakdowns and like literally that's why I lost all the weight because I was running around sweating like 5 days a week.
Oh my God.
It was insane. It was crazy. But I always like you're like a really hard worker. I could tell. Like you wake up at like 5 a.m. Like you go to well, what is like your normal day during the week? Like on a day that you film?
It's really nuts. So like the normal days we film are Mondays. Luckily my work is like really, they're all very nice. So they let me adjust my schedule because originally when we first started the podcast 2023, I worked Monday through Friday, my corporate job. So Mondays, I would get off like around 2 or 3 and then go from there, then drive to Trisha's house, which was like 40-ish minutes away, and then film for 2-3 hours, and then go home and then edit the episode. So this is all Monday night. Edit the episode overnight. I would have to go into work at 5 again, so I hadn't slept. So it would be like all like overnighters, like editing all night until like 4:30. Go into work at 5. Upload the episode once I got to the office. It was all over the place. It was a mess. So that was like the first year, like 8 months or so was that. And then luckily Jimmy we were able to like hire him. So now, and then I was able to adjust my schedule. I was oomfies with his boyfriend Dallas for a few years. When I interned for Strawberry 17, and that was like 2012.
Was he one of our interns?
No, he was just like a YouTuber, and he was doing like Pokemon videos, and like with Strawberry, we like loved it. Like we loved his Pokemon videos, so we just started watching him. And then I just like followed back. So we kind of like, I mean, similar to like us almost, you know, like just became oofies like that. And then so I asked, he had just moved to LA, I knew. So I asked him if he would like was doing any editing work, because that's my first thought, is like, you know, someone who's already like a content creator, YouTuber, or whatever, because they just kind of get it. And he in Dallas was like, no, I'm not looking for any more work right now, but my boyfriend Jimmy is, and it was like the perfect fit. Like Jimmy picked it up right away. Jimmy was also like looking for work too, like he was about to work at like Starbucks or something.
Okay.
Because they had just moved to LA, and
he's from the Bronx, right?
Yeah, he's from the Bronx. I remember because J-Lo. And he lived in Florida with Dallas for a couple years, maybe a year or two, and they just moved to LA. And he streams, but he wanted like, obviously it's just something more consistent as far as work.
I get it.
So he he was gonna just do like a food industry job or something like that, and like the timing was just kind of perfect. And he loves it. Like he loves editing. I don't think he's taken like one sick day. He'll even if he's on vacation, like or like he's traveling to like Florida or see his parents, like he still will edit. He's so good, and like there's never any mistakes. I don't want to jinx him, knock on wood. He's so good. He's so on it. He's like he's a godsend. I don't know. There's no way I would be alive without him. So
your day seems insane.
Yeah, I'm so relieved to not have to edit, especially myself. I would like. They would always like Moses and Trish would always ask me like, "We filmed for 3 hours. Why is it only 2 hours and 15 minutes?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, I would cut myself down. Like,
oh yeah.
I would just, I just find myself so annoying. So I would edit myself out a lot, and then magically 45 minutes would be gone. So just having someone else edit me is a blessing.
That is so relatable, because even like when my channel was like, when I was only doing my YouTube channel and it was like at its top thriving, you know, I had an editor because I couldn't edit myself.
Yeah.
Like I could not edit myself.
That's why I vlogged a little bit last year. And
yeah, we're still waiting for your Trishmas vlog.
Yeah, we still got my Trishmas vlog. We still got my New York vlog. We still got Trisha's birthday. So I don't know when those will come. The thing is, I actually do enjoy editing long form, but I also just, I don't know. Once I start it, I enjoy it, but making myself do it is very hard. I think just because like I am editing other stuff so much during the week that when it finally comes to my stuff, I'm like, ugh. Like, let me just, you know, take a minute. That's why I do really enjoy streaming comparatively, because I love the concept of just like going live. I'll trim like a little bit the beginning and end, like the starting screen or the ending screen. But it's just fun to like just talk for like a couple hours, and then that's that. It's like the videos. Once I'm done streaming, the video is just there. It's up for anyone.
What's your favorite
cares.
thing to stream?
Honestly, I love reacting to Trisha videos. I genuinely do. It tickles me so much. I think I also just love the conversations that come out of it, because obviously everyone who's watching me is also a fan of her. So I feel like it's very like it feels very community, because we're all sitting. It's like watching movies, but at the Trisha Paytas Bath and Body Works hall, you know. So
no, literally, I tune into your streams whenever I can. I'm obsessed.
I always love
it's so
seeing
funny.
you.
I mean, you were a huge Trisha fan before you started working with her.
Yeah, because even when I first started interviewing her, I think my first like interview with her was when I worked at Access Hollywood. God, I don't even remember the year, to be honest, but it was pre-Vlog Squad. Like I think right before Vlog Squad was like my first actual interview with her, and me and my coworker were just like, we just like wanted to meet her really, and we're like, why don't we just book her for an interview? And yeah, I think I really started watching her. I'm kind of late. Like I'm not an OG fishy or anything. I think I started watching around maybe 2010, 2011. So I'm a little late.
That's around the same time I did. I was a little late too, but like I think I knew of her before then. Like I would see maybe her really viral ones, but like I didn't know like
exactly
the lore. Maybe didn't know her name, but like I would see her.
Yes,
but I started watching around that time too.
Yeah,
but like you're so good at like retaining information.
Honestly, clock it. I actually am. I think I felt like so much information is like getting processed through my brain, because especially with me fidgeting my chapstick this whole time with my job, like we have, Slack. Did you have to use Slack at any point?
No.
Okay, it's basically
But
just like the instant messaging or whatever. But we have so many channels, and so many people are like flagging every like news article or every celebrity related thing, and just so much information is like processing that I don't know. I just like somehow have like a tab on it in my brain. Maybe it's the Adderall also helping. Who knows? But
that's so funny though, because you, as I was saying, like what started that whole spiel is you are such a hard worker, and like you just went through your day and it's insane. And I was like saying I was in the military because the tortilla strips were over there and the cheese was over
no,
there.
it's very different. Like even though it is like, it's kind of hard to explain my job because it's a lot of hours. It's definitely a lot of hours, but the work is not that hard, if that makes sense. Like the hardest part about like my corporate job, I would say, is just like whenever there's an event or like especially like award season, like everything seems so high stakes. Realistically, it's not high stakes at all, but it's so like the industry is so competitive, and like we just get so many like reports. Like every week I literally will get, every day actually, we get like a report on like us versus every other like publisher, like outlet or whatever. And I'm also very competitive, so I'm so used to being number one that like when I'm not, I'm like, what's going on here? So it's a lot of it is self-imposed, and a lot of it is like it's high stakes, but really at the end of the day it's not that serious. Whereas
do you have like employee of the month and stuff like that?
No. Okay. Sometimes we'll get a little shout out in an email or something, but that's few and far between. So it very much is just like self-imposed, me just like putting it all on myself to like be number one, because really at the end of the day it doesn't matter. Like no one, I don't get a bonus, I don't get a shout out, I don't get a pizza party or anything. But I also, because it is so like front facing, like I don't know, and I feel like now people know that I edit for ET, so
are you like
I
popular
want the
there?
work. It'll be like viewers will comment like on our like my work TikToks or whatever and be like, I know Oscar edited it. So I want people to know like when it's like, I give my touch to it, so I want to like take pride in it. But yeah, a lot of it is self-imposed versus like a job like anything in like the hospitality industry, the food industry, like the service industry. Like those jobs I feel like are actually harder, like physically, mentally.
Yeah, I could agree. Like, because obviously I've done it all too. Like I've done that, and I edit, and like editing is so like it takes me forever to edit. Like sometimes Sam will be like, "How are you not done with this video?" And I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I've been working on it nonstop. I don't know what's taking so long, but it just is." But Sam can edit. I think maybe because it's her and she knows what she wants. I like overthink everything, but like Sam can edit like one of her videos in like half the time it takes me. But like obviously I add more edits and stuff, and like I do more like intricate stuff, but it just takes me so long, and I'm like, I don't know what's taking me so long.
No, I'm the exact same.
In jobs where I had to be competitive, I was like I was employee of the month. Like I was the number one stub seller at AMC. I was number two, but number one was. It was a man with no limbs.
Oh, okay.
He was an older man with no limbs. Well, no, he definitely had. This is so no, he definitely had like a limb I'm forgetting about because he used the computer. But like, no.
You'd have something. You'd have something.
And I mean that in the nicest way. He was a really nice man, but he was selling them out the ass. It was crazy. But I was number two, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll take it. Yeah, and then, wait, no, a huge part of your lore is you being in fandoms, like your fandom lore.
Oh, yep. I don't know what it is, if it's the neurodivergence, if it's the gayness or what, but I can't like just simply like something. I'm like a stan. I go all the way. Like if I am fully invested, then I'm a stan. Like I feel like I have a client list almost. Like I take on whoever I stand as like a client to me. They're a family, but they're also a client. Like I am in the business of like getting you out there, making you look good. And I am the business of supporting, I mean, I have a lot of random, I buy the freaking cat's eye trading cards. Like once I take you on as a client, like we're in it. We're like, I'm in the trenches for you.
I was just going to say, like, I have like my pinky now on the pulse for cat's eye because of you. However, I did just see, like, I'm seeing videos of like their new dance break. I don't know what it's from.
Oh, it's from their new tour. Is it the Eat Zucchini? Do you
I don't know
read
what
me?
the fuck that means,
okay.
but probably it's the one where they all like have a moment. They each have a moment, and like they are just going crazy. And the one comes in and she's like
Yes.
doing that, and then the
Daniela.
other one is like doing a split and rolling on the other ones.
Yes, Sophia's doing the splits. It's crazy. I don't know how the hell they do it, but I live for that. They're my Cocomelon, like genuinely.
It's insane. I watched that. Like that made me a fan.
They are so, and clock it. I really didn't know. I knew from the Netflix documentary in July of last year. I called it. I was like, these girls, they're it. They're it. I just knew.
You're kind of like the gay Simon Cowell, if you think about it.
Right.
You are. You are. You kind of like, you called Jake Shane getting famous.
I think I'm easy to market to, and I think if you can market to me successfully, then you can it's going to be something that like the masses like. I think I just like things that the masses also enjoy, especially when it comes to like young, girls.
In other words, and I know you hate to hear it. I know you hate to hear it, Oscar, but you're an influencer.
I feel like I am more influenced than the influencer, to be honest. But
it's so funny because like I'm so influenced by the internet, yet I've never done a drug in my life. I waited till I was 21 to drink alcohol.
Honestly, me too. I don't like I get influenced to buy stuff. I get influenced to consume like media or...
Guys, we're on Zoom and it cuts out every 30 minutes. The fact that I even pay for Zoom, like
that's very business savvy of you.
Oscar, I do no business. I literally sit in my apartment and cry. Like I'm literally such a sad person. No,
it's all your meetings. It's all those influencer meetings.
I have Zoom simply for FOMO.
Oh
no, that's something about me. And I always say like I don't watch any TV. I don't watch anything. I have every streaming service. Like
You don't watch them though?
No, but it's like just in case.
Just in case. I feel that. There's a lot of them I don't like. I have Peacock, and I think I've used it like once.
The gayest one.
Yeah. yeah.
No,
of course.
But you watch shows, right? Young Sheldon.
Here and there. I love Young Sheldon. Here and there. Again, it's hard for me to start something. So it's hard for me to start a new show, even if it's something I feel like I would like.
Yeah.
But once I start it, I can get into it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that's the same. Like if I like am hanging out with someone and like they put a show on and like I watch 2 episodes, then I'll be hooked.
Yes.
But it's like
very that.
I will never
just do it on my own.
Yeah. I will never sit there alone and like watch a show unless it's Mormon.
Yeah.
Mormon Wives.
See, I know I would like the Mormon Wives experience, and I know there's so many shows that everyone talks about. Same with like Love Is Blind, Love Island, where I'm like, I understand the concept. I know that I would like it if I actually sat my ass down and watched it, but it's the concept of actually starting it where I'm like, I'll absorb it via TikToks and tweets.
Well, Love Island is a commitment.
And then I feel like I'm in it. That's like every day.
Yeah, that's
like 5 days a week. Yeah, that's a job.
I need to do, guys. I got just like Moses always does a mug cam.
You need your mug cam.
Look, I'll show you first, and then I'll show the camera. Isn't it cute?
That is very cute. Very festive. Very ceramic, 3D.
Yeah. On clearance for $5.
Love.
Guys, look. Don't look at my fingernails. I bite them.
The commitment to the bit is very commendable.
Oh yeah, no, I had to go all out. Wait. So what were you saying before? We were interrupted by Zoom. Oh, okay. So fandoms. I want to know what.
Oh yes.
Like what got you into fandoms? Like what was your first?
What was my first? I mean, I've literally always been this way. To be honest, because every time I liked something or someone, I went all out. Like even as a kid. Probably the earliest one I can remember is probably like Spice Girls.
Oh yeah.
I was a Spice Girls stan. A Baby Spice in particular.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I love Baby and Victoria. Posh moment. Yeah, I would buy the lollipops. The movie.
I think they had of course the movie. I feel like they had bubble gum or something at some point, or like little trading cards and stuff. So it was like a Spice Girls. It was obviously like Britney Spears, Ashley. As a teenager, the ones I remember the most vividly. Ashley Simpson, Ali and AJ, Miley Cyrus.
Ali and AJ
were like my teenage years. Yeah.
Was there enough content there?
There's 2 albums.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Those 2 albums. So that was, I remember like 8th grade, my freshman year of high school, were very much Allie and AJ centric.
And she was in Easy A, which is a good movie.
Yes. Love, my favorite movie of all time. Yes.
Did I know that?
Allie Mashaka.
Did I subconsciously say that? Oh, it was Allie.
Yeah. Allie Mashaka.
That was a good movie. You like Emma Stone?
Yes. Love Emma Stone. Love Emma Stone.
Trisha doesn't like Emma Stone, right? Or am I making this up now?
You know what? I honestly don't know for sure. I kind of need a statement. I feel like she did not like Poor Things.
Right.
The concept of Poor Things. Yeah. But I don't know where she stands on Emma Stone in particular. So I might need a statement. But I love Emma Stone.
Wait, so were you... And guys, you have to remember, if you're new here, this podcast is called Sidetracked. Like, I have no... Like, nothing's connected up here, okay? Were you... Oh, my followers are going to roll their eyes so hard at this. Were you a One Direction fan?
Yes. Honestly, dare I say, maybe even a stan. I was pretty in the trenches. I watched X Factor when they were on it. Like, I remember having to... I was streaming on a random website because obviously it was in the UK. I did not like them on X Factor. I did not.
They had some
I
rough
liked
moments,
them as... Yes. But as soon as, like, What Makes You Beautiful came out, like, I was sold. I was in it. And...
Were you a Harry girl?
Originally I was a Liam girl. I didn't become a Harry girl until maybe the 2nd or 3rd era, and then I became a Harry girl. Originally, I was a Liam Louis, and then I don't know when the transition happened. I know. I was a Liam and Louis. Somewhere along the lines, I transitioned. I think I want to say it was maybe when Taylor Swift started dating him is when I fully transitioned into... I was like, oh, my sister's dating him, so I am also gonna, transition into a Harry girl.
I loved Harry until his hair got long. I can't like a man when their hair is long, and it has nothing to do with any. It's just like it just shuts off for me.
No, I feel it. He somehow persevered. I wasn't like, yes, I still loved him, but I wasn't like that attracted to him. I remember the day he cut his hair for Dunkirk. Cut his hair for Dunkirk. When those like paparazzi photos came out, and it was big. Like I was also fully employed and like working at the time, but like
taxes. My
coworkers and I, like, we made like a little monument about him cutting his hair because we were that excited about him cutting his hair.
That is hilarious. I wanted to like cut Niall's skin off and wear it like a sweater.
Oh, you were that makes sense for you. Oh. A Niall girl. Well, just based off you liking Glenn Powell, I'm like, okay, blonde.
No. So literally no. Like, I can't stress this enough. No, but like,
wow,
I don't know why. Is Glenn Powell
what it was?
Is Glenn Powell blonde?
Yeah, as blonde as they come.
No, Niall. I think it's just like personality.
Okay,
like he was the funny one. He was so funny. His laugh.
He was funny. Yeah, he's charming. He does have a charm,
and he aged the best. I'm so sorry. He looks so good. There was like a period.
I would make the Zayn argument. I would make a Zayn argument for aging the best, but Niall's not. Yeah, Niall's also aged well.
I don't know. I was gonna say when you guys had like a Niall moment for like 2 weeks on Just Trish. You guys like loved Niall.
I wouldn't say you guys. I would say Trisha. I would say Trisha K. Paytas had it definitely because she was watching The Voice.
Yeah,
and so she had her Niall Horan like hyperfixation. I just support. I would support it, but myself. Not necessarily a Niall girl.
He's like manly now. I love him. Okay, well, anyway, my followers would roll their eyes because back in the day, I ran the biggest One Direction update account in the world.
Wow, wait, that is a huge call. Like, that's something you would put on a resume or something, I think, right?
Okay, so one of the girls I had it with like 4 other girls.
Which one was it?
1D updates online.
I'm familiar with your work.
Yes. That was me.
Well, yes.
That was me. It's so funny because like so many people who are in the One Direction fandom, they're like, oh yeah, I followed you. And like,
literally, I remember.
We had like 900,000 followers in 2012. It's crazy. But
yeah,
no, one of the girls that I had the account with, I just saw she posted on her story recently. Like it was all screenshots from like LinkedIn of like all people, like employers, like, oh my God, I was obsessed with your account. And so I reached out to her. I was like, what did you put on your, like, I didn't know I could put that on the resume from that long ago. Like,
yeah, 1,000,000%. Running a Stan account is basically a full-time job. It's like the most effective marketing job. Like it's basically marketing. It's so much marketing experience. I don't think I mean, I didn't have like an official Stan account. Like I was using my own like handles, but I was just tweeting Stan content. I was just like, everything I did was, you know, standing someone something. But being a Stan is like, it's like the best marketing experience you could possibly have, in my opinion.
I mean, okay, the girl who like was like the boss of the account, she was like from Lithuania, and it was like she had
The
Oscar.
military.
I was just gonna say Oscar. It was like the military. You beat me to the punchline. It was like the military Oscar. It was crazy.
So
if we weren't posting enough pictures, it was wild. Oh my God. But no, it was a lot of fun. And like I got to meet some of them because of it. It was fun. You never interviewed them. That was kind of like before your time at ET, right?
I was an intern. I met them. I didn't even do the Harry interview for Dunkirk, but I went to it as just to like help, as like a PA. I was not a PA, but I was doing just taking notes just because I wanted to be in the same room. And then I was an intern when I have one photo with Harry, and I was an intern when I was able to get that photo because it was at the American Music Awards, and I was just there, and I told the host, like the host knew how much I loved Harry Styles. So, but when she interviewed One Direction, like as they were walking off, she was like, "Can you get a photo with you? He loves you." And he was like, "Yeah, of course." And then we took a photo. But he had really long hair and like also a big fedora, so it wasn't his best era.
Oh, I know that era.
You know, I was just happy to have the moment.
What year was that?
God, 2013, I want to say.
I probably posted the picture of you, honestly.
Like, I would love.
Honestly, like Harry with the fan today at whatever. Probably. But no, I want to fast forward, obviously, to when you started working at Just Trish, because I say as if like we've been going in chronological order, but
yeah.
But okay, so I always wonder if like ET ever gives you like a slap on the wrist, or if they ever like get mad for anything you say.
Honestly, I am surprised. When I first started, I was like, oh, like no one's gonna know. I don't know. I just assumed no. Like I told my manager, because he had to, at the time, because
no one's
he had to like, you know, approve my schedule, you know, and he was really chill. My new manager is also very chill, but he was like, I knew I had to at least tell him because. He was also chronically online, so I feel like he would have picked up at some point. But other than that, I was like, oh, no one's really gonna know. And then it became more of a thing, and even like no one really acknowledges it for the most part, like when I'm in the office or anything. I think because they deal with real celebrities so often that like no one gives a fuck. Until they have like a niece or a cousin who asks, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, can I get like a video? Can I get tickets? I was like, sure, babe, I got you. So I do feel really cool in those moments because I am so used to annoying them and being like, can I go to the interview with, I don't know, Jennifer Lawrence or whatever the fuck, So it is nice to have those moments where it flips. But surprisingly, no, because the contract I signed is pretty fierce. But again, everyone's just nice. Everyone's been working there a really long time. Yeah. Like they're all older. And for the most part, everyone's just like really nice and like approachable and stuff. Okay. So no one really gives me a hard time, luckily. Paramount is in weird hands right now, though, so who knows? Right. That's why I'm kind of, I'm happy to be here. I'm just chugging along day to day.
You said like you didn't think anyone would watch, which is obviously just hilarious. And like that was something I've also always wondered, like, and I want to ask you about. Like, okay, so Trisha reached out to you, like email, text to ask you to do the podcast. Like, how did she?
I think text. Honestly, I was supposed to work with her. She texted me once in like maybe 2021 maybe to work with her,
like one of her other podcasts,
and then I think she was gonna start another one, and then nothing happened, and then she texted me for the Colleen. I didn't know it was the Colleen, the oversharing, and but she texted me right before that about working with her, and I was like, yeah, of course. And then that didn't happen, but then I saw it was with Colleen anyway, and I was like, oh, probably for the best. Yeah. And then she texted me again for Just Trish, and honestly, at that point, I was like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much, just because I know things kind of change, day to day. But and I was like, I won't really believe it until like I think I'm actually in the room, I think. But yeah, so it was just like a text like, hey, I'm thinking about doing a podcast, like would you produce it? And I was like, yeah, sure.
And at that time, like, was it just like a freelancing, or like what was she like?
Yeah, like she originally was going to be like a once a week, yeah, the original concept, like once a week, an hour and a half, you know. And I had my corporate job with like Entertainment Tonight already, and then I was kind of freelance at that point with Joey Graceffa because I was still like editing for him and stuff.
You were doing so much.
And then I was with him for a long time, so for 3 years, 2020, 2023.
Yeah.
And then started doing Just Trish, and then once it became 2 episodes a week, I was like, there's no way I can like actually sustain like Joey, Trisha, and ET.
Yeah.
But yeah, it pretty much was just a text.
Okay, so you started, and you know, you did the first episode. You know, you were probably like, were you nervous?
Surprisingly, no.
Okay.
I think I get nervous before doing, like, I get anxious about doing something, and I've always been since like a kid. I get anxious about doing something, but then once I'm doing it, I enjoy it, you know? So yeah, I really wasn't nervous. I really wasn't that nervous. I also, to me, everything is like very silly.
Yeah, I know.
Like even when I was doing interviews and stuff for like work, it was all kind of silly to me. So I think I just didn't have like the consciousness of like, this is going to get perceived. Like this is going to be, I'm about to be perceived by like people. Mm-hmm. So it was all kind of just silly. Even now still, like it all is pretty silly to me.
Well, I wanted to ask at what point, like, was there like a definitive moment in your head where you realized like, wait, this is like working. Like this is becoming like big. Because, you know, Trisha had so many podcasts. Trisha has done so much. Her views weren't like that great at the time. But then like, I mean, I feel like from like my view, it started picking up pretty quickly. But like, I want to know if there was a moment where you realized like, not like, wait, we're mainstream, but like people are watching this.
That is it's so weird because I feel like, I guess to me, I think especially because we were kind of like in weird, I don't know. In my head, we were like in the canceled network as far as like, you know, it's Tana, Brooke, Jeff, and then we were kind of like, you know, and we ended up being like in the mix, right. You know? And to me, we were always like the scrappy little sister, you know, that like, you know, we're never going to be on like the canceled level or anything. God, so I don't even know like where it became. Maybe when like the first Trish Miss show where like once you could see it in person, you know, then you actually like see people and like people get excited and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Wait, really? It took like, there's that long people. For you?
Honestly, yeah. Because I mean, I think just in comparison to like you know, Brooke and Tana, who were like you know, right under Alex Cooper. I get the Alex's mixed up. Alex, like they were right under Call Her Daddy for like, and Joe Rogan for like a minute there with like the Clinton Kane of it all. I'm obsessed with them, with Tana and Brooke. Like, yeah, and I don't know. Like they were like the girls. I was like, oh, they made it. Like for us, like we just weren't getting that like attention, and not even like in a bad way. I don't know. We weren't perceived on the same level, or I didn't perceive us, I guess, on the same level. So I feel like it took a long time because even like Trisha getting like, I mean, now it does like a lot of like events, and like she has a lot of opportunities, but it took a while. Like it was well over a year before like, I think the first thing she got was Wicked. Like the first premiere or event she got was Wicked last year. So literally all the like mainstream opportunities have come within the past year and a half.
Yeah, for me, I guess for me, like when I first started realizing like, wait, like this is like becoming like big is when Chappell Roan mentioned you guys.
Oh, honestly, yeah,
that was a big one. And then like when it was like she was a possible guest, I was like, what? And then also when Trisha got signed to an agency.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, wow, those were like really big moments. But I wanted to, because like, would you say like your life is a lot different now from when like before you did the podcast?
Not really. I think because I really I disassociate a lot from like the space, I would say. Like, I mean, as you know, like I kind of like I don't check like I don't check my like notifications or my DMs or anything like that.
Do you do that because you feel like you can't like handle hate or just anxiety or
probably a mix of both. I think for the most part it's just like it is like a little overwhelming, I think, to have so many conversations at one time.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the biggest aspect for me. For the most part, I think it's very similar. Like, I don't really hang out with like other influencers. Like, I'm oomfies with a lot of people. I'm like, well, we'll DM and talk, but like, I don't really do that much. You know, like I think because I have like that 9 to 5s and that's like Tuesday through Saturday, and then we film all day Monday, and then I'll also be filming on Wednesdays sometimes. So like Sunday's like my one day off. So I think, I don't know, I don't have that like influencery mindset or anything. So it is pretty similar, to be honest. Like I just work a lot. Yeah. And that's about it. I mean, there's like random moments where it's like something cool happens, like and at a good pace. Like I'm not someone who needs a big, splashy moment every week or every month or anything, but every couple months I feel like I do something cool and I'm like, oh, okay, work, like love that, and then I feel cool.
Yeah, and you're becoming close with cutie Cinderella now, right?
Oh yeah, close-ish. Like we text and stuff every now and then, but she's also really busy.
Didn't you guys go to something
like
together?
Right now she's we went to like a Taylor Swift screening together. Mm-hmm. And she was very sweet. That's why like meeting like people like that, or like I get very shy about like talking to like Vanilla Mate. Like anytime I'm a fan of someone and like have a exchange with them, I'm like, oh, that's cool, especially when they're so like popular. Like Vanilla is so popular, and I genuinely like really love her and her content. So like whenever I have a little key with her, I'm like, oh, this is cool. Or like Drew from Emergency Intercom replied to my Instagram story of like pancakes, and we're like, where were these pancakes from? And I was like, Kauai, girl. So anytime I have a moment of that where I'm like just a random,
I know exactly what pancakes you're talking
conversation. The ube, the
purple,
ube
right?
pancakes.
Yeah.
Yes, they were so good.
Crazy.
Anytime I have a moment like that, I'm like, oh, this is cool. But other than that, it's pretty normal, to be honest.
That's so funny. I feel like I'm really comfortable in front of people. I'm like to me, like I love Vanilla Mace, but if you ask me like Vanilla Mace or Oscar on the podcast, like Oscar every day,
I'm dead.
No, like you are like this is me talking to someone I'm a huge fan of. Like literally, it's crazy.
Love that mentality.
Oscar, it's like, how many hours of content a week do I watch of your face?
That's true, especially because of the Patreon. Yeah, it is a lot.
I don't miss
it's
a Patreon.
Like, yeah, it is a lot. That's
like you were always like these walls hear your voice. So like my dogs are probably
love
like
that.
My dogs know you. Like you could tell my dogs to sit and they would sit. Like,
I live for that.
It's crazy. But no, I was just watching the Patreon this week, and you and Trisha crack me up because you're both so like, I guess introverted. I don't know, but like I think it was on the last episode of the Patreon. You guys were like, I consider you a friend. And then the other one was like, yeah, I consider you a friend too. I was like,
yeah, we're just the most, like, we're both so introverted. I think too, because obviously like I don't have kids, but like just having the like working a lot and then also like being in a relationship, it's like, okay, like so much of my life is those two things. Like I'm either working or then like, trying to maintain a relationship. So like we both have limited free time, but like we see each other the most, like she genuinely sees like Tana and talks to Tana and like the like not Loveline crew, and then me the most. Yeah, like and same. And so yeah, and also like just being old, like like I don't know, I feel like that what defines a friendship is like very different, because I think we got that a lot at first too. Like they're not even friends, like they just like they don't actually hang out, whatever. They just, or when she has like a birthday party, it's like all her friends are just like people who work for her. But she is like, if anything happened, like if I needed to like gossip or if something traumatic happened and I needed like to vent to someone, like she would be the person I go to, because like I genuinely talk to her the most. It's like probably more than even my parents, because we just talk literally so much every week.
I love
that.
No, I love that.
Yeah,
I just thought it.
But it also
funny.
is weird where it's like, because that's where it gets weird, because it's also like neither of us want to bother the other person either, because both of us perceive the other one as like being so incredibly busy, even if we have like weirdly have free time or whatever. Like in New York, I haven't texted her that much. Like I'll go through spurts where all of a sudden I text her a lot and then like leave her alone because I know she's busy. But we have that at the same time too, where like we try not to text or bother each other, but also like we talk to each other. It's a weird dichotomy.
Because you guys, you would say you're people pleasers, right?
Yes,
so,
very much
so like
so.
You would never.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I always like. I've met Trisha a few times, but like as like on the street or at her show, like as a fan, I never like.
Yeah.
But I always like think like if I had the chance to talk to her more, I would be. I think she's one person I would be nervous in front of because like I know she's very particular about certain things, like, and I know she would never say. Like she would never be like, oh, like,
yeah.
So like I would never want to like overstep a boundary and have her feel uncomfortable about something. And like, I guess you to some degree too, like you're so nice and like a people pleaser where like I'm a people pleaser, but I'm not afraid of an uncomfortable, like, no.
Oh, see, I am. That's like I hate it.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty like, I wear like whatever I'm thinking I say. So like, and I don't mean in a bad way. Like if I think like someone's sweater's ugly, I'm not gonna say it. But like, yeah, no, I can't hide like emotion or like my faces. So like, yeah, you never have to worry about that with me. But I always worry. Like I'm like, I never want to overstep. Me?
No, and also I like as long as people are nice, like I never care. That's why it's so funny because I mean, as you know, like I am like very passive like most of the time, a majority of the time, but like it's so like even I kind of surprise myself when the switch like happens and I get very like like I'll randomly get very like confrontational, but like I would say at least 80% of the time I'm very much like I will always be like I love being nice. Yeah. Like being nice is my favorite thing. Like I'll always choose that and like go out of my way to be like nice or take the high road or whatever, but then randomly like the switch happens where I'm like very confrontational. Like the
AMC moment like, or the gym.
No.
I know what moment you're talking
exactly.
about.
I knew you would know exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yes, yeah.
No, you are like, I am such an enthusiastic texter, like capitals, exclamation points, like.
Yes.
You match my texting, but like the way you text me, I'm like, yeah, that's so nice. Cause like I think everyone hates me always. And like the way you text is like so reassuring.
We're the same. Like I'm the exact same. And also it's funny, Trish is also like the same. Like we're always like very much like everything is three or four exclamations.
Capitals.
Like everything is yes.
Yeah. A lot of people say that I text like exactly the way I talk. Like in real life.
Yeah.
That's what I love. But there was, oh my God, wait, what was I going to say? Oh my God, no, when we were talking, I'm all over the place, but when you were talking about like Drew DMing you and like, or like people like noticing you or whatever, when I tell you, Oscar, I was still in Florida. It was before my life fell apart. And I was still in Florida and I was sitting there like eating or something and I'm watching, just as I always do, and I hear you guys say Andrew TMI. Like for the first time, because I think you guys have talked about me like 2 or 3 times now, and I die every time. But when I like the first time, I didn't expect it. When I tell you, like I almost fell off. Like
that is so. It
was such an out of body experience. Like listening to you guys every day, because like I can never just sit for 3 hours and listen straight through. But like I listen to you guys every day, and just hearing my name while I was eating, I was like, what the hell? And then Trisha thought she's like, oh yeah, like he worked for Christine Sadelko.
Yeah, I remember that. And I was like, maybe.
Never.
Right? I was like, yeah.
The only interaction I ever had with Christine Sadelko was she was on one of those scooters and she scooted up to me. And I swear to you, this is going to sound like such a lie. She was like, you're a faggot. And then she scooted away.
In Florida?
No, we were at Playlist Live.
Oh, okay,
yes, actually in Florida. Yeah, but.
In Florida, yeah.
But it was years before I lived there.
I was like the concept of her just like like on the street, just
imagine like like a Publix.
That's kind of what I pictured. I was like, that's fierce.
No, she had like her own scooter at Playlist, like, and she like scooted up to me at one of the parties, and she just said that and then scooted away. It's crazy, Oscar. It's crazy. But okay, I do wanna. I know you're on your lunch break, so I'm not gonna keep you for forever. But
no worries.
Wait, go, hold on. You're a people pleaser. Do you need to go?
No, I took it at 2. I have another 20 minutes.
Okay, we'll end quick. I did have like a few hot topics that I wanted to go through, but I mean,
Yes.
we touched some of them, but one of them I really want to ask you about.
Oh, I'm excited. I've been having withdrawals. Like, I'm like, I miss just giving my 2 cents.
I hope you're ready
being
for
in
this
the
one. I
weeds.
think you're ready for this one. Knowing you, I think you're ready, but maybe you're not. I want to ask you about Colleen's apology on the Raven podcast.
Amazing. Thank you so much for asking this question, because this is one I have been itching just to, pipe in. God, especially for me, because I even like my bias aside, I am always like my original major in college was like PR, and obviously like working on the other side of like, working like with publicists and stuff. Like, I am just so fascinated about like PR strategy, and this one is such like a puzzle to me, because I'm like, I know she used to have PR at one point. Now I have no idea, because that's why I'm so like, how did this happen? Why did this happen? Who thought this was a good idea?
Yeah, also on Raven's end.
I guess on Raven's end, they do have like a lot of controversial-ish people, I think, like just seeing their guests. Even like when I first saw like the clip, I was like, what program is she even on? Because everyone was like, oh my god, I can't believe Raven and Miranda would do this. I was like, who? Wait, what? And then when I googled it, I was like, OT. Okay. So yeah, I am so mystified by like the PR strategy there, if there even was one. My conspiracy theory, and again, I know this sounds like incredibly biased, but in my heart of hearts, I genuinely believe that seeing Trisha on like kind of like the trajectory that Colleen had at one point, like Trisha does have, like, I mean, I'm just, again, bias aside, realistically, that's kind of the tea, right? When it comes to like Broadway, the Wicked premieres and the interviews, and getting noticed by Ariana, and being in shows, like getting cast in shows and stuff. So on the touring, performing, singing and performing. So much of that, it was like her trajectory at some point. If Trisha ever does stand-up comedy, and puts on a little red lipstick, it's over.
It's done.
It's like she really,
and gets like the world's biggest bangs.
Part of that, exactly. So I think to me, that had to be part of it too, like kind of missing being in the mix, and obviously like Trisha has had to do a lot of apologies and stuff as well. So I kind of think that has something to do with it. I do think maybe even like a Ned Fulmer moment of like seeing him kind of come back, and even though his comeback wasn't great, like he did get like a lot of press out of it. He did get views. Are they real views? Who knows? But he did get views. Yeah. So he kind of became like back in like mainstream consciousness. So I was like, did that kind of like incite something? So that's my conspiracy theory.
His views
that, like,
dip
that
now, though,
kind of
right?
like triggered it. Yeah, like, well, his views were started off not great, then all of a sudden they had a huge spike.
Really?
And like they were getting like 10K, and then all of a sudden the next week they got 1 million views, and I was like, where did this come from? So I don't know, who knows, like who's to say for sure, but it does give bot. It's giving bot to me, but who am I to say? Yeah. In my opinion, allegedly, that's just how I perceived it. But yeah, so I was like very mystified by like the PR strategy of it all. And then I also like, I am not opposed to like controversial people. Like people say like, don't platform them. Like we got that a lot when at one point we were going to do like the Jeffree Star interview. Yeah. And to me, it was like, I'm not opposed to like interviewing controversial people as long as like you don't give them a free pass, like rewrite history or whatever, like I think just my background is journalism or whatever. So like news platforms like interview controversial people, but like you have to at least like, do your due diligence and like ask the questions. You can't just like give them a free pass or like gas them up or anything like that, especially if they have a checkered past or whatever.
Yeah. You were on the interview with Jeffree Star?
No. Okay. We had a film Patreon that day, so I went after, and then Jeffree was there. I was like, oh, hello. Yeah,
you don't have to talk about that.
No, yeah. But yeah, and that was a situation where it's like, like you have to do your due diligence or whatever, and if you don't, then like, you know, it is what it is. So again, the concept, I guess, of Raven and Miranda like interviewing Colleen, I don't think is you know, big. I don't think that in and of itself is like an offense, but I do think like they really let her get away with just like rewriting history. And I don't know if a lot of it is like they just weren't like in the weeds with like all the lore and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, did they just get like maybe read a couple articles and get, you know, the headlines? And because I do feel like Raven and Miranda feel like they were really pressing Colleen on the stuff, right? Because like they kind of had the energy of like they were asking the hard hitting questions, but there was no like follow up to like really press on it.
Yeah,
you know?
To me, it was giving like we want to come off like we're asking the hard hitting questions, but behind the scenes they're like, okay, like we're gonna ask this, but like don't worry. Like it seemed like they were it was very like calculated to me. I don't know.
Yes, I agree. I think that's why I'm so confused as far as like how this, like the whole strategy of it. Because they made it very clear, like we have never met. This is the first time we're meeting Colleen, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know if it was like, do they just share teams? Is it like Jojo Siwa being like, you know, connecting them or something like that?
Does Jojo know Raven?
Jojo knows Colleen, obviously, yeah. And then also has a relationship with Miranda and Raven.
Oh.
So I don't know if JoJo is like the one that kind of like bridge, and JoJo at one point had a really good, like really huge publicist. I don't know who she's with now, but at one, like when she was starting, she had the same publicist as Celine Dion. Like JoJo was like really like, yeah. And that was her like with Boomerang, like before she even like really took off, like she had a really good publicist. So I don't know if maybe like JoJo was like kind of the bridge. Now I'm the one getting sidetracked, but yeah, I'm so like, I am very much like mystified by the PR of it. But and the why now, like did she just think enough time passed? But yeah, it was such a mystery to me because it was like it was the air of taking accountability, it was the air of apologizing, but it was so like disingenuous and just like so messy. And I think if you're gonna be in the moment of like taking accountability and apologizing, but then to not mention anyone's names, like to say such specific examples, but not say like anyone's names, like address anyone specifically. Also, contextually knowing that she never once reached out to any of these people to like apologize and make amends, but like you're only doing it now on this platform. Like you're talking about specific instances, you're talking about specific people, and you're saying you messed up, but you never once personally, privately, like reached out to any of these people who are minors. Like that, it's like so disingenuous.
Yeah. And
I am not even trying to be like a hater. I've never really felt it for her. Like I've never been like the only time I watched her was like in a collab with like Joey or whatever. Like I never was a fan of just her. But she kind of always gave me disingenuous. Whenever I saw her at like a Joey thing, like at Joey's house or whatever, never had like everyone he had over, like I would have like a bit of a key, like they would talk to me like a regular person.
Yeah.
She is genuinely the one person like I always felt like an employee, if that makes sense. Like Nikita Dragon, Manny, James Charles at the time, like they would come over and talk to me like a regular person, but like with her, I always felt like the power dynamic of like, oh, I am the employee or whatever.
Yeah, you were tiptoeing on the second story.
Yes. Yes. Even when I had the keys to the house, I still felt like, you know, I still felt very much like I had to be on edge, you know.
That's crazy. Like that's when like that's the thing where like I love that like you always say like everything we do is like it's unserious at the end of the day. Like she needs to understand like she's putting on red lipstick and talking about underwear. Like that's her, like it's not that serious. She needs, you know, you got to be humbled, and boy was she. But I mean, you know, her apology
so bad. It genuinely was like so bad, and it was I feel like at some point it was like she almost was blaming like Miranda as if Miranda is like not her. Like she'd be like, you know, it was Miranda. Miranda would just make those jokes, and Miranda would do the yoga challenge, and Miranda would talk like this. Miranda, like, girl, you are Miranda. Like it was almost
it's like you with lipstick.
What? Yes, it's still you. Like she's talking as if Miranda is like her own like
so
entity.
crazy.
And like, girl, it's you. And like it was so odd. Like it was so off-putting and so odd to me. And then
the part where I was like,
yeah,
ooh, wait, remember that because I don't want to cut you off, but I will forget.
no,
The part where I was like, ooh, was when they were like, they were saying like something like she's sorry, and they were like, oh, like sorry for what? And she was like, I was like, this is it, and she was like picking up an instrument.
And then there was a cut.
No, well, okay, I didn't even pick up on that because I was like, around my apartment, but she was like picking up that instrument, and I'm like, oh, okay, like yeah, but like, what else?
Yes. There was like another moment too where it was, I forget like what exactly they asked her, but there was this moment where like she was like saying, she was like about to apologize or something. She's like, yeah, like she was apologizing, and then all of a sudden there was a cut, and then it was like a hard transition into something else. But yeah, also there were those moments of like the attempt at self-deprecation, right? Like he was like, you can't walk around the carnival with the ukulele, like girl, like it was like these moments of like trying to be like self-deprecating and comedic, but again, just so genuinely disingenuous. And it was just again so odd, so off-putting. Weird that they never asked her about Trisha. I don't know if that was like this is the one thing you can't talk, like,
yeah,
were they I don't know if they were like afraid of going there because but Adam McIntyre also has a platform. I was gonna say, I don't know if it because
Adam went
she
hard.
Has a platform.
Did you watch his videos?
Yeah, as he should. Yeah. So he was the reason I heard about it.
He was like, fuck Raven, fuck Miranda.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Because I didn't want to watch it myself. Every time I don't want to actually watch like the controversial thing in question, I'll just watch it via Adam.
That's what I did.
To it. So I wouldn't give it a view myself. But yeah, I don't know. Again, weird because he's a YouTuber to not like mention him at all, as if he wouldn't say anything when you were like kind of rewriting history. All just very odd. And again, I don't know if it's at this point where it's like, I don't know if in her head she actually believes like her, it's almost like when you retell something so many times that like that's your perception of the truth.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case with her genuinely, because to know that like and I'll talk about like Adam's thing in particular, I guess, because like this one, she has like the whole thing happened on a live stream that is still like up on her channel of like her being the one to instigate the sending of the underwear and stuff. So I would imagine if you knew that and genuinely knew and recognized that, like that you knew you couldn't lie about it. So I feel like maybe she just has an altered perception of the truth. And like that is her truth, is that Adam instigated it. But Mama, it's on your channel. It's on the video's on your channel.
She never took it down. He's proved it wrong so many times where he was actually like making fun of the clothes, like not asking for them at all. And then she was like, you want it? Like he proved it wrong. Like honestly, like I didn't really know in depth like what happened between them two, but I watched his video and like he proved it wrong. It was like it made her look bad. But like,
yes.
Do you think like in your eyes, is there anything she can do for you to be like, okay, like to come back, like, or is it just, and if so, what do you think?
That's a good question. That is a really good question. I think for me personally, it is a little tough to say because again, I never really felt it for her. That's why she was at one point. She was like, when I started out, my audience was just like older gay men. I was like, girl, we've been millennial gays have been through enough. Like the last thing we need right now in this political climate is to be deemed the Colleen Ballinger, Miranda Sings psychotic soprano stands. You know what I mean? Like, no, don't put that on us.
Yeah,
I
don't think she was really like gay icon ever.
No, we were never really gagging like that. Like truly. Again, as we said earlier, like I feel like I know a little bit of the mainstream, like what's in the know. She had stands, of course, but again, they were just all like younger.
Yeah.
We were never really gagging like that. Truly never gagging like that. But yeah, so for me, it's like, what can she do? I don't know. I was never living for the girl anyway, pre all of this. But I think you have to. I think for the most part, people do enjoy like a comeback, as hard as it is. But we've seen it, right? Like we've seen a lot of people come back from
Trisha,
things worse than this. Yeah,
no one had to come back like Trisha.
And then there's also like Shane is, he still gets it a lot too, but he at one point was, 10 times bigger than he is now, but he still gets like 2 million views a video, so even like a James Charles still gets like 1 million views. So I think you have to have like the self-awareness. Like I feel like the thing that separates Colleen from like a Shane, even like a Trisha, a James Charles is like James a little iffy, but they do have like moments of where they seem self-aware. I have trouble grouping in James Charles with this one, but he is self-aware to a degree.
Yeah.
And like self-deprecating to a degree. And I think that is charming, you know, and I think if you have that, if you can show that you're sorry and have like this kind of, you know, growth, that it can go a long way. But she just doesn't have that, you know, like I think it's hard for her to really, in my opinion, like it is hard for her to not have that like ego. It's so weird because you would think like at the rock bottom you would not have that ego, but even in the Raven and Miranda interview, like she still seemed very like egotistical, like almost like she was like above this cancellation or whatever.
She was saying like she was saying she'll never admit like that she was a groomer because like that's just not her. And but like in the episode of Just Trish that just went up yesterday, Moses was saying that like you don't, it doesn't have to be sexual for you to be a groomer.
Yeah.
Like so all she has to do is just be like, you know what, I didn't realize that, like I was, and then just try to work her way back. But you're so well spoken. I was gonna say like she should pull a reverse Uno card, like what David did, but like she should get fat.
Honestly, yeah.
Imagine?
Especially because she was like so fat phobic, but like true, like yeah, honestly, if she got fat,
you posted some body positivity
you're
stuff.
kind of spilling, you're actually really spilling, because she was so, even in like the ukulele moment where it was like my bony scrawny little back,
yeah, like okay,
even in her rock bottom, having to like body check and be like, look how tiny, skinny, and bony I am. Like it would be a gag if she did. That's true.
Yeah,
you should honestly pitch that. Because that is a kind of a good idea.
I'll have my people send an email.
Yeah, because that is very much, that's kind of the tea. Like it is a physical transformation, and she again just had so much fat phobia, so it would be like,
just be like, look, I'm fat.
Refreshing.
Yeah. I feel like Trisha would hate her even more.
100%, because it would be like too much. It'd be like, there can't be two biggies.
Yeah,
you know
Trisha
what I mean?
would hate it.
Oh my god, she would be so mad.
That would
she
be
would.
so funny.
But I think to the mainstream world, it would go a long way. To be honest,
yeah,
right?
I think it's just a transformation. Either dye your hair, get fat, or get skinny, depending on which you were first. I think that's the way to come back. But did you have any closing statements on the Colleen?
God, my closing statement, girl, let's revisit the PR strategy. Whoever, if you're paying someone, get a refund. Like, I'm so curious. I am so curious about like how that went down. Like, I want the emails, forget the Epstein emails, release the Ballinger emails. Like, I need to know what what the business plan there was, like what the PR strategy, because it's so like nonsensical. It's so odd. Timing was crazy. Execution was laughable. It's such a mystery to me. It really is.
Honestly, the timing was perfect. Me and you, like, we finally decided to film this after like what feels like 10 years. And then she released that. Ned Balmer, James Charles just put out a podcast yesterday.
What?
He was on a podcast, which he never does. Never does podcasts.
Which one?
Some British guy. Something Bags, Joe Bags. But like,
there's too many of these little.
He was saying some crazy stuff that I was thinking of you. He was like, no, the people who send hate to me, they're always fat, have colored hair, crazy piercings on their face, like, and I was just like thinking of you. I was like, not because that, but you would get so mad at him.
No, I know. I mean, he's lucky I have one more week. He's like,
he was like going crazy, and I was just laughing at your response because I would know it.
Girl.
So funny. But I know, guys, Oscar did this out of the kindness of his heart on his lunch break. So I know he has to get going.
No. I'm so happy to be here.
It was so fun. Guys, I blacked out, so I apologize in advance if I talked too much, talked over him. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm in crisis.
I feel like you need, I'm like literally still looking at your set, and I feel like you do have to keep this up. Because what if if we do this again, you have to put it all back up. So you might as well just leave it.
No, literally, I was gonna return everything.
No, I think the business expense, you got to keep it.
Oscar,
is fierce.
Don't be playing with me saying if we do this again. Don't be playing with me, Oscar.
Well, I mean, if you have this set, it's like you kind of have. I feel like I should. I'm obligated almost. Right?
Trisha should come film here while she's in New York.
Honestly, it'd be such a step up. I hate where she's filming now. I mean, it gets the job done.
Should I drop this stuff off? I don't even.
Maybe honestly, just have her come by. I think.
So funny. Okay, no, I'm pitching myself, guys. Trisha, she was on this latest episode. It was just her and Moses. And she was like, people in New York, like, they kind of flaked. If she needs a chronically online gay, I am here for this next week. This is
honestly tea.
This is me as tribute. I'm here. I could bring the talking points, okay?
Yeah, you really, and we are very similar. It would just be, you know.
I will wear glasses. No one will even know. I could do my hair like that.
Honestly, I was going to say, yeah.
Perfect. This is me. Yeah. That was my pitch. So I sent that, and then I'll send the pitch to Colleen, and then we're good. But
yeah.
Guys, Oscar, he has a YouTube channel. He streams on there. A lot of vlogs coming. And
so many vlogs.
That'll be in the description. No, because, well, you are going to be posting vlogs, right?
I've filmed a lot of vlogs. When or if they will go up, that's another story. But vlogs have been
Didn't you say something about Vlogmas this year?
I probably did, but don't hold me to
Oscar,
it.
You're killing me. Okay, well, guys, he does really entertaining streams, so go check him out. That's going to be in the description. And is there anything else you want to promote?
Just Trish on the Just Trish channel.
I do that enough. I do that enough on here.
I know. I was going to say.
Guys, go watch Just Trish. It literally, I'm not even kidding, it changed my life. And we love Oscar so much. Thank you so much for coming on, Oscar.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.